Stephen A., with each passing day, what's the likelihood Kawhi Leonard will still be a Spur when the season begins?
Well, I still think it's 50-50. First of all, the San Antonio Spurs are not inclined to do business with the Los Angeles Lakers. We know the only reason this is a consideration is because Kawhi Leonard looked Greg Popovich in the face, told him he wants to be out, he wants to leave San Antonio, and obviously the word is leaked to everybody. Everybody and their grandmother knows he wants out of San Antonio so he can go to the Los Angeles Lakers. More importantly, the other teams in the league know he wants to be there, and as a result, he would just be a one-year rental. And considering how valuable of an asset he is, to have to give up so much just to get a one-year rental is not something most teams are inclined to do. As a result, forcing San Antonio to do business with the Lakers or pretty much no one else. It's also putting Magic Johnson in the sweet position of diminishing the level of urgency there is to acquiring Kawhi Leonard, because if he doesn't acquire Kawhi Leonard now, he's of the belief that Kawhi Leonard ultimately will come there next summer. Now what I'm hearing also is the name Damian Lillard, because even though Damian Lillard wants to stay in Portland, and that is his preference, he is also aware of the fact that the Portland Trailblazers is going to have difficulty acquiring marquee free agents. As a result of that, word is leaking out that he would be willing to depart from Portland, even though that's still his preference to stay. He would be willing to depart from Portland to head for the Lakers or the New York Knicks in one of those larger markets. If that were to happen, because that's a reality, rather, you have a situation where Magic Johnson could either continue trying to do business with the San Antonio Spurs to acquire Kawhi Leonard or say, bump it. You know what? I'll wait until next summer when Kawhi is an unrestricted free agent, free to come with us. And now I'll turn my attention to Damian Lillard, who has 3 years left on his deal, and maybe the same assets we were going to offer San Antonio, we can now offer to the Portland Trail Blazers in return for the services of a Damian Lillard. And those players would include Alonzo Ball. It would include Brandon Ingram. It would include Josh Hart, maybe even a pick for Damian Lillard. So stay tuned. There's a lot going on right now. We'll see how things unfold.
All right, you mentioned Dame. It was my next question. A fan asked him on Twitter if he'd be happy to join the Lakers and LeBron, and he tweeted back, I'm typically a happy camper. What are the chances Dame pushes to get out of Portland and go to L.A.?
Well, again, it's a difficult situation to surmise because on one hand, Damian Lillard is incredibly happy. Not only is he making in excess of $27 million over the next 3 years, keep in mind that when you take into endorsement that he is the face of that franchise and the face, essentially, of basketball in the Pacific Northwest. So you're talking about him getting anywhere from $40 to $47 million annually coming in. He ain't broke. He doesn't need the money. He's getting paid handsomely, and he's the star out there. So he doesn't mind being out there at all. The problem is Portland has been to the playoffs the last 5 straight years, but they've been bounced out in the first round 3 of those 5 years, including the last 2 years. And when he gets on the phone with the Jimmy Butlers of the world and others, they've made it very, very clear, we love Damian Lillard. You're our brother. We got nothing but love and respect for you. We'd love to play for you, but it ain't too many of us that's willing to come out to the Pacific Northwest and play in Portland. That's the only reason why Damian Lillard would want to move on from there. So since he's willing to move on from there, if indeed they can't get other parts, Portland's under the gun to either deliver him some assets so they can improve and not get swept by the likes of Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans, or they can move him, make C.J. McCollum the face of the franchise because they could get some instrumental parts for the services of Damian Lillard. It's in Portland's hands because they have him locked in for the next 3 years. They do not want to lose him. They love him, but they recognize the fact that if they can't improve the team, it might be best for them to make a move. Whatever that move is remains to be seen.